Hello, grab a cuppa and come and sit down. Join me because I'm going to talk about my morning routine. So I retired, I took early retirement about 2 years ago from a long career in teaching, and now I've got total freedom, which is fantastic. But my morning routine is very different now from when I was teaching. For years, I had to get up at 5 o'clock to get ready for work, get the children ready for school, get off on my commute to work, which was about 30 minutes. So it was always a little bit of a rush. It was always really well planned, but now it's very different. So I'm going to briefly talk to you about the 5 things that I do every morning now that I'm retired. I've got a little bit more freedom. Time isn't it's not such a rush. So the first thing that I do, I try to get up roughly at the same time every day, which is about 8 o'clock. And I know that's very late for a lot of people, but it suits me. And I generally do wake up naturally. I don't have the alarm. If I've got an appointment and I really have to get up at that time or earlier, I will set the alarm, generally Alexa. But I don't snooze. I spent years when I was working snoozing, trying to catch that extra 10 minutes. It just doesn't feel good. And I know there's some research to say that snoozing isn't very good for you. I don't know what it is. I just know from experience that when I snooze the alarm, I don't feel great. So I don't have to do it anymore. I don't. On the whole, I just wake up naturally and I spend just a couple of seconds sort of coming round, thinking briefly about the day, trying to think positive thoughts, and I step out of bed. The second thing I do as I step out of bed, I say some sort of mantra to make me feel better. I'm not jumping out of bed every morning feeling great. Sometimes I'm really sluggish. Sometimes I might be anxious about things that are happening. Sometimes I'm just sort of really tired and groggy. So I really feel the mantra helps. It can be anything from thank God I'm still alive to just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or it's going to be a great day. Something really simple, just whatever comes to mind. Number 3, the next thing that I do is drink, after I pop to the loo, of course, is drink water. And I have a glass of water by my bedside. I don't generally drink it in the night, sometimes have a couple of sips, but I get that water down me first thing. Water is so important for your health. In the last year, I've been drinking a lot more water. I've really made an intention to try and drink 2 litres of water a day. I don't always manage it, but I really try to. And starting with that sort of fresh glass of water, it just feels really good, gets myself hydrated, helps with your hair, helps with your nails, helps with all the internal organs, and it just feels refreshing. But I've had to build up that habit. It didn't really come natural. Previously, I'd probably take 1 or 2 sips of the water or grab a cup of tea first. But over time now, I think I enjoy the water more. And sometimes when I don't drink it, I crave it. So, it's worthwhile thinking about. The third thing I do, which I've always done, I think the whole of my adult life, is to make my bed. Now it's relatively easy because we've got a duvet. Sometimes there's a throw on the end, so just pull it back, straighten all the pillows, straighten it out, put the scatter cushions, which are kept on the end of the bed, back onto the bed, and it feels good. And I know that's one task in the day that I've done, and however the day goes, if it's good or if it's bad, I've got my nice bed to get into at the end of the day. Um, Fifth thing, am I on 5? I think so. The fifth thing I do is I stretch and do a few minutes of exercise. Again, this is something that I've built up during my retirement. It's been a real aim to try and get fitter and more flexible as I'm getting older. I want to be ready for old age. So I've got into the routine. I started with just the stretches. Very, very simple stretches, stretching my calves, bending my neck. Some very simple stretches that I do every single day, and I find it so much better to do them in the morning. Of course, you're not really warmed up then, so it's very important to do them slowly and carefully. Anyway, I hope you like the idea of my morning routine. What sort of things do you do? My name's Ree. I live in Shropshire in England, and I retired from a long career in teaching 2 years ago. Um, this channel, it's a new channel, so I'm trying to build it up. If you like it, please give me a like. Please make a comment. It would be really nice to interact with someone. Thank you.